Hi guys, it's another morning in Colorado. I like to do books for the holidays for children because most holidays, there's some of them have biblical things behind them, but in our culture, holidays tend to be more moral based. So for instance, Christmas, if you're good, then you get more presents. There's a lot of things in our culture that are designed to help children stay on the moral path and have their compasses point north and whatever. So I do enjoy doing holiday books that kind of embody that. For Easter, I could have read 1,000,001 adult books about Easter, but I chose the oldest Easter book that I know of. It's not like, this is the oldest book. It's just one of the oldest. For a children's book, to survive this long in a library is, like, obscene. The Country Bunny and the Little Gold Shoes, which doesn't make sense until, like, 3 pages in. Or, like, 3 pages before it ends. It's by Rose Hayward. There's a lot of people who just skim over this book because it looks, it's really old. This book was printed in 1967, and the original story was written in 1939, so people don't consider it relevant. There's actually a lot of things that go on in this book. So the story is essentially the Easter Bunny. There's like this really wise old grandfather bunny that I guess never dies, and he's like immortal. But there's 5 Easter bunnies, which I assume is like one for each continent or something, and we're just excluding Antarctica and maybe Australia. There's 5 Easter bunnies, and they go around the world giving Easter eggs. A general, regular Easter bunny thing, except for there's 5 of them, and so when one of them is getting old, and not able to, like, run as fast and whatever, then they pick a new one. So this little girl, well, this little bunny, when she was, like, what we would consider to be probably, like, 5 or 6, she kind of makes this over-branching declaration that she wants to be an Easter bunny. And the Easter bunnies are generally male. So everyone's like, no. She's also brown, and most of the Easter bunnies tend to be white. You have feminism, and you have racial things going on. She's like, nope, I'm gonna be an Easter bunny, and I'm gonna prove you all wrong, whatever. But then life happens, and she gets married, and they have 21 bunnies in their litter. She has to take care of 21 bunnies, and she kind of just goes, there's no way, I'm not going to be an Easter bunny. And just kind of gives up on it because she's got 21 kids that she has to care for now. And then one of the old Easter bunnies gets to be too old, and they need to find a replacement. And she goes up to, like, kind of watch the festival kind of a thing with her kids. And then she gets picked to be an Easter bunny because of how she's raised her children. So I just want to talk about the moral things and what your children can learn from this book and what you should be emphasizing from this book when you're reading to your child. First things first, a female brown bunny in a world of male dominant white bunnies. If you happen to have a child racially discriminated against, or gets made fun of because she's a girl, it's a good empowering thing to be like, whatever you want to do, I'm going to support you and I'm going to help you get there. Number 2, the bunny gives up on her dreams. And that's something that we don't, in America we have the American dream. So we try really hard to keep that from happening. We try to help people fulfill their dreams, theoretically. It depends on what your dream is. If your dream is to murder a family of 12, then we're not really supportive. But one of the things that they do in this book is she gives up on her dream. Which most women, once they have kids, it kind of happens. But we try really hard to not let that happen. So that's something you might want to emphasize, is that even though she has a family, she does continue with her dream. But another thing that she does, which is a really good plus for parents, especially parents who have more than one child, she gives them each chores that they're responsible for. So these bunnies are responsible for doing the dishes, and these bunnies are responsible for cooking, and these ones sew, and these ones wash the laundry, stuff like that. What she doesn't do is rotate the chores so that each child knows how to do everything, which is something that you need for a well-balanced adult, is that they know how to cook and clean. And then at the end, she gets the golden shoes for her bravery. It's just kindness and helping people for selfless reasons, which I actually really appreciate in this book. It's a pretty good book for children and adults or parents. It's old, so there are specific things that children in our society today are just not going to know. Words and phrases, because we don't use them as common language anymore. So you might have to explain that to them, or look it up. And to be honest, you could probably just skip over the words or change them and it would be fine. I gave it 5 out of 5 because I think it's really good with the moral bit, and the storyline's pretty good too. I just got it from my local library. I mean, it's really not that hard to find. So anyway, good Easter book. Thank you for watching. All of my links are down below. Please like and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you again very soon with whatever the next book I'm supposed to be reading is.